Hello and welcome to the Dutching channel. It's Tuesday the 2nd of April 2024, approaching 10 to 10 in the morning, and we're going to do the selections for the Twilight card at Wolverhampton. That starts at 4:55 through to 8:30. 8 races there this evening. We're going to start with the first race. Just to let you know, I have uploaded the other two meetings of Ludlow and Pontefract if you want to have a look at the selections there. I understand if you don't, because I've lost the last 3 days at the moment, and yesterday was pretty much a serious day. So let's get into the 4:55. We've got 8 going to post here for an apprentice handicap. And my selection here is going to be Virtual Hug. So in the first race, Virtual Hug. And if you haven't seen it, I'd just put the colours there of the top selection of mine, just in case you're following the race. And today we're going to put up Smarkets. It's a little bit different from Matchbook and Betfair, but I thought we'd just try another one of these. And I will be using another one by the end of the week as well. So if you can see in the top right hand corner and think, oh, there's £123 in there. Yesterday there was 500. So that tells you what a bad day it was. But anyway, let's start with more important things and going forward. Virtual Hug. This is trading at 5.5, and you can see at the top here the over round like we see on all these exchanges. I would prefer to bet, as I do, around 5 to 10 minutes from the off, especially when it's not busy, but 10 minutes maximum. So we'll go 5.5 on Virtual Hug, and stakes of £18 and 18 pence would return £100 here. Our second selection is Moon Over the Sea. And Moon Over the Sea, this is now favourite at 4.8. Stakes of £20.83 would return £100. And our third selection is Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh, that's now 6.2. So before we work out the stake there, let's see how much we've got left to put on it. Well, we've got £10.98 left. So that will have to be our stake on Pittsburgh. Bring the calculator out. £10.98. And this needs to be times by the price of 6.2. And that will return £68.07. So it will still be a profit, but the first two, Virtual Hug and Moon Over the Sea, if one of those two win, it will return £100. So moving into the second race this evening, the 5:30, 8 go to post here. This is a handicap. And our number one selection would be Rusty Boy. So we'll go back into Smarkets. And Rusty Boy is currently the favourite. This is trading at 2.78, or a little bit bigger than 7 to 4. Stakes of £35.97 would return £100. And our second selection would be Bitcoin Profit. And Bitcoin Profit is second in. This is currently 4.2. We can't afford stakes of £23.81. We've only got £14 and 3 pence left to play with. So that stakes £50. Bitcoin Profit £14 and 3 pence. Times that by 4.2 on the exchange. Now that would return £58.92, so there would be a profit in that. But our top selection would be Rusty Boy to return £100. Now we're going to go into race 3, the 6 o'clock. This is a maiden stakes, always full of horses that haven't run before. So that's going to be a no betting race for us. I'll just show you that. That's that one. And then we're going to move on to the 6:30. This is a fillies handicap, 7 going to post. And our number 1 selection for this race is going to be Hot Front. So we'll go into markets again. And we'll see that Hot Front, when I first done this race, Hot Front was the outsider. And then yesterday they backed it in a bit, and now it's going off second favourite, which is 4.3. And stakes of £23.26 would return £100. And the second selection, Say You'll Never. And Say You'll Never is currently favourite at £3.95. Let's see if we've got enough. Yes, we have. £25.32 would return £100. And we've now got left in the kitty £1.43. And this will go on Musical Diva. And that's the outsider, currently trading at 17. So that will be our final bet in that race. So we'll work out Musical Diva first. We've only got £1.43, and we're going, not that a penny is going to make any difference. Then we'll times that by the market's price of 17, and that will give us nearly half our money back at £24.31. And we have 2 running for us, Hot Front and Say You'll Never. One of those 2 wins, it's £100 return. And we're going to move into the 7 o'clock. This is another no betting race. You can see the horse at the bottom there, Court Drive, hasn't seen a race course, and of course Shaz is now a non-runner. So I move into the 7 o'clock. There we go. You'll see that's empty. Then our next race will be the 7:30. 12 horses go to the post here for another handicap. These are, as I was saying, other videos that I like these type of races. So in the 7:30, our number 1 selection is Tamaris. And as we move to the exchange, we can see that Tamaris, this is favourite as it stands at 3.1. Stakes of £32.26 would return £100. And our second selection is Tarbat Ness. And we've got that third in, that's currently trading at 7. £14.29 would return £100. And that's only going to leave us now £3.46 to go on Bailey's Warrior. And Bailey's Warrior is second in at 7. So stakes of £3.46 will bring us up to the stakes of £50. And we'll use the calculator again. So Bailey's Warrior, £3.46 times 7 will give us, as I say, nearly half the money back again at £24.22. And if either Tamaris or Tarbat Ness were to win, we would return £100. Then we're going to move into the 8 o'clock. And the 8 o'clock is another handicap, and this time we've got 10 going to the post and no non-runners. And our number one selection here is Strategic Fortune. The fortune bit I'd like. So let's see what price we've got. Strategic Fortune here. This is currently trading at 19.5 and stakes of £5.13 would return £100. Then our number two here is Crypto's Dream, which is second in at 5.6 and stakes of £17.86 would return £100. And our third selection is Nadaya. And Nadaya, this is currently trading at 22. So stakes of £4.55 would return £100. And our fourth selection is Muhal, something close to that, sounds right. And this is currently trading at 6.2. And let's see if we've got enough money to put on there before we do that. Yes, we have. So on Muhal, we have £16.13 at odds of 6.2, and that will return us £100 also, and that will leave us £6.34. And our number 5 selection there is Kraken Diamond, and Kraken Diamond is currently 5.6, and that will have our stake on at £6.34. So that will be the last bet in the 8 o'clock. So we'll bring the calculator out. We've got £6.34, and then we will times this by 5.6, and the returns will be £35.50, so a £15 loss here, and that would be on Kraken Diamond. And our 4 with chances would be Strategic Fortune, Crypto's Dream, Nadia, and Muhal. And one of those 4 would return £100. So now we're going to move into the last race of the evening. This is going to be the 8:30 at Wolverhampton. And we've got another 10 horse race here, handicap division 2 of the last one. So that's fingers crossed that we can back the winner and get out in front. Our top selection is going to be Trojan Truth, and then back into Smarkets for their last race as well. And Trojan Truth is favourite at 13-8 or 2.62 as we've got there. And stakes here of £38.17 would return £100. And our second selection is Eau de Vie. And the Eau de Vie is currently trading at 29, and stakes of £3.45 would return £100. And our third selection, Calcutta Dream, and Calcutta Dream. Alright, let's see if I can find this. Alright. Calcutta Dream is currently 4.8, and stakes of £20.83 would be too high. and we've got £8.38 left to stake on that one, and that would be our last bet, and our last bet of the day as well. So let's go into the calculator for the final time. Calcutta Dream, £8.38, times that by odds of 4.8, would return us £40.22, so a £10 loss, but we would have two running for us. That would be Trojan Truth and Eau de Vie to return £100. So we're just going to go back and do a quick recap. We got in the first race, the 455, we've got two running for us, Virtual Hug, Moon Over the Sea. If one of those two win, it returns us £100, and Pittsburgh would be the lower amount. In the 530 at Wolverhampton, just the one here, Rusty Boy, would return us £100, and Bitcoin Profit would be the lesser amount. Then in the 6 o'clock, that's a no race. In the 630, we got two running for us, Hot Front and Say You'll Never, and the lower amount would be Musical Diva. Then into the 7 o'clock, this is another no bet. Then into the 730, we got two running for us, Tamaris and Tarbat Ness. One of those two will return £100, and our third selection, Bailey's Warrior, would return the lesser amount. Into the penultimate race, the 8 o'clock, we got four running for us, Strategic Fortune, Crypto's Dream, Nadia, and Moo How Hell. If one of those four was to win, would return £100, and the lesser amount on Crack and Diamond. And into the 8th and final race of the day, we got two running for us, Trojan Truth and Eau de Vie. One of those two returns £100, and the lesser amount will be on Calcutta Dream. So thanks for watching the video. I'll be back tonight with the results show, and if not, have a great day and try and keep lucky.